This conference will
Okay.
now be recorded.
So before starting the class, 6 o'clock is fine for you every day, 6 a.m. morning, or any problem? So actually, we thought of having the class at 6 a.m. in the morning. Okay, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow onwards, next week onwards. Is it fine for you, or any issues? Will it be early, bit early, etc.?
No problem, sir.
No problem, huh? For
Please ask
everyone.
for rest of the people also, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So for the others, any problem if we have class at 6 o'clock? Okay, so let us start. So during the previous session, we were discussing regarding the info record creation, right? So we were creating the info record and we were at the general data level. So info record will be maintained for the general data, purchasing organization data, and the conditions data. So we were trying to create, we were able to complete a general data. Now we are in the purchasing organization data level. So let me get into the system. SAP is working. I saw yesterday SAP was not working complete day. Let me see. Did anyone had a check?
Sir, in the night I have checked, but what? It is not working, sir.
Okay.
No one is responding, sir, from version 18.
Still it is not working, right? What is this fellow doing? I don't know.
From morning, from afternoon 12 p.m. I was calling to him, but he is not even responding to the.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Let me go to the. Let me try to do with another server, but we don't have the data over there. We don't have the configuration. But let me try to do it from there. Minute. One minute. S19. S19. User 54. S4 at the right level. Okay. I will log in here. But we don't have the entire org structure over here. Let me see. Okay, so we were trying to create a info record. So I will go to the logistics and materials management, purchasing and master data info record. So I will go to the ME11 transaction code to create the info record, and I need to enter the vendor material purchase organization plant details. I'm not sure whether we have anything over here. I will go to the, I will try to find it out here, relevant vendor over here. So, or I will see the any one of the existing info record. So we will take the details from that particular info record, and we will try to create for our understanding purpose. So I will go to the master data info record and info record for vendors. Okay, so let me try to execute this particular report. Okay, so we will try to take any one of the info record from here and we will try to replicate the same. Okay, so I will take this particular info record. Okay, so I will take the material as 7 all zeros 4. I will take the material 7 all zeros 4 and I will try to create the info record. Okay, so I will try to take this material and the vendor I am going to take it is, this is the vendor somebody created. Okay, so I will take this vendor info record, it will already existed. Okay, so then I will try to take the purchase organization as 1710 and the plant I am going to take it as, where is the plant over here? There is no plant specified. And the material info record type is the standard info record and I will try to take the plant. Okay, where is the plant here? Okay, so let me see. So this particular material I will try to, let us see the material. Okay, so I will go to the one more screen and I will try to see what is the levels at which this material is maintained. So I will go to the MARD table and I will try to see this material. What is the plant at which this particular material is being maintained? So the plant is also 1710. So I will maintain the material info record for the plant 1710. Just click on enter button. So it is already there. So what I will do, I will try to create altogether a new material, then we will see. Okay, so that we will be able to begin from the start. I will try to click on. Okay, so many materials are there, but very long lengthy list. I will try to create one material quickly. So I will go to the MM01 transaction code and I will try to create a material and the material type is ROH and I will try to create this material for, why it is coming automatically. Somehow I will try to create MM01 or I will try to create a finished material, let us see, or semi-finished material. I will put the material number as X100, X100. Something wrong, 1 minute. I will go to MM01. I will try to create a raw material. I will go to the select views. I will select all. I will go to the organizational levels. I will put the plant and the storage location as 1710. Okay, so I am trying to create a material bearing and the base unit of measurement is each. So the material group is this one. I am trying to create a material 9088. MRP type is ND. So accounting one view, I will take the standard price over here. I will try to maintain the moving average price and the valuation class is 3007. So I just created a material 9088. So I will use this material 9088 and I will try to create altogether a new info record. Okay, so let me go to the, so 9088 is the material and this is the vendor and the purchase organization is 170 1710 and the plant is 1710. So then we have a info record category is a standard, right? So we have various info record types: standard, subcontracting, pipeline, and consignment. And I am trying to create a standard info record type. So I will click on enter button. So we discussed these things during the previous session, so I am not going to cover these things again. I will go to the directly a purchasing organization data. In the purchasing organization data, you have a planned delivery time. So planned delivery time will be 30 days. So planned delivery time is nothing but the time which it will take for complete procurement from the purchase requisition to the material received into your plant. It is altogether a complete planned delivery time from the purchase requisition creation to the material. How much time it will take to receive the material into my company is nothing but a planned delivery time. Then purchasing group, who is the person responsible for procuring this particular material. At the procurement department, you can specify it as a purchasing group. Then the standard quantity. Standard quantity means what is the quantity that you can buy from this particular vendor in one go, so that you will be under benefit or the vendor also at the benefit. So let us say you will procure a 1 lakh pieces of this particular material, and what is the minimum quantity? 10,000 you can say. Then shelf life is 60 days, means every material will have some shelf life. So if your material is a batch managed material and it is having a shelf life expiry date, you need to specify what are the days that a particular material will be having the shelf life expiry date. Shipping instructions are nothing but the way how a vendor is going to transport the material, whether he is going to transport via road mode of transport or rail mode of transport or vessel mode of transport or air. You just need to select the relevant mode of transport over here. Then what is the maximum quantity? Maximum quantity also I can say a standard quantity only. Maximum quantity also I can say a standard quantity only I can say. Okay, so then you have the tolerance limits. What is the under delivery tolerance? Let us say 10%, over delivery tolerance 10%, or unlimited tolerance. Means you order 1000 products. If you specify over here under delivery tolerance as 10, that means vendor can deliver 900 pieces. If that over delivery tolerance is 10%, then vendor can deliver 1100. Your system should be able to accept 900 or 1100. If you select unlimited delivery tolerance, that means you raised the purchase order for 1000, but vendor can deliver unlimited, no restriction at all. GR based invoice verification means if you want to process the invoice, the goods receipt should be completed first. So nothing but a GR based invoice verification. Evaluated receipt settlement means if the material is a repetitively procured material from the vendor, that means you are buying this material repetitively, so you need not to do the manual invoice daily. Instead, you can do the invoicing automatically for complete 1 month. Means for the month of May, I will do one invoice during the first week of June and make the payment. I will not do the manual invoice. Okay, so based upon some settings, I will do the automatic invoice for the entire quantity that I have received during May and make the payment. Instead of doing multiple invoices or paying multiple payments, I will do one go, which is nothing but a evaluated receipt settlement. So if you select this, that means this vendor is not relevant for the invoice evaluated receipt settlement. If you unselect this, the vendor is relevant for the evaluated receipt settlement. No material text and acknowledgement required. So no material text means if you create we discussed it, right? When you are creating the material master data, there is something known as a purchasing text, purchase order text. So if you want the material text which is belongs to the purchase order should automatically copy into the purchase order based upon this info record, then you need to select this. If you don't select this, it will automatically populate the material text in the PO. If you select this, that means no material text. That means you don't want material text in the purchase order. Acknowledgement required means if you raise a purchase order, vendor will give you some acknowledgement regarding the receipt of the order so that you will plan your resources accordingly. You gave the purchase, you made the purchase order, but vendor did not confirm you that I received the purchase order. Then what you will do, you will under some dilemma, right? You don't know whether vendor received the order or not, or the vendor is going to supply the material again at that particular order or not. You will not be in a proper condition. Confirmation control key also one of the intimation that is that a vendor is going to give it to you. You give the order, he will say, sir, against this particular order on this particular date I will be able to supply this much of quantity. So that type of confirmation he is going to give it to you, so that you will plan your resources in your company accordingly. Okay, so that when the material received into your company, you will be able to unload the material properly, or you will be able to take some necessary action for the material that are received into your company. Then tax code. So what is the tax code relevant for this particular procurement, whether it is a off tax or full tax, GST 18%. So you just need to select a relevant tax code for this particular procurement. Okay, you will select only the purchasing taxes, not sales taxes. Why? Because it is a procurement activity we are doing, right? So you will select the taxes that are relevant for the procurement. You will not select these taxes, sales taxes. You will select only the tax that is belongs to the procurement activity. Procedure is nothing but the info record pricing procedure. We will see what is pricing procedure in our coming sessions. Means if you are buying a material from one of the vendor, what is the net calculation of the total value of that particular material when it reaches to my company, which is nothing but a pricing. So this particular pricing we are going to discuss in the subsequent sessions. So, okay, so you will get some clarity when we are discussing the price determination process, but for now just keep this particular pricing as a over here. Unit of measurement group. If you are doing the transactions against this vendor in multiple unit of measurements, like sometimes you will do it in kg, sometimes you will do it in tons, sometimes you will do it in metric tons. So kg, metric ton, gram, etc., you are going to combine and you are going to create a one group of the unit of measurements. That is nothing but a UOM group. So what is the relevant UOM group for this particular vendor? You just need to select. I think UOM group is not there. Let me try to create. I can create the UOM group also directly from here. Let us say if I click it over here, if the system is not able to find the relevant UOM groups over here, it will ask you to divert to the configuration node. I will go to the continue without specifying project. In some cases, you can directly go to the configuration node. See, it went into the configuration node, right? So I can create a UOM group over here. Nothing is there, so I will create a UOM group known as, let us say, some DOMA, alternative unit of measure. So for this particular UOM group, what are the unit of measure that I am going to consider? So I can put it over here, right? So this is UOM group and DOME or KZ. So DOME metric tons. So DOME cubic centimeters. So under this particular UOM group, I have these many unit of measurements, right? So I can create like this. I can group all the unit of measurements that are falling under a UOM group, and I can select the relevant UOM group over here. See, this is the UOM group. I can select it over here. Then rounding profile, you already know it. What is rounding profile? Then returnable material agreement required. Returnable material agreement means if you are delivering some material back to the vendor, you received the material, something got rejected, and you wanted to deliver that material back to the vendor. You can deliver that material back to the vendor, but before delivering that, you need to inform to the vendor, and you need to come to some agreement stating that so and so material is got rejected at my company premises. I'm trying to deliver this material back to you. So such type of agreement you need to give it to the vendor and send the material. Without informing the material vendor regarding the rejection, if you send the material, vendor will not be in a position to accept that. So you just need to select the relevant information from the supply. Okay, so I can select something over here. Auto sourcing means there is one master data source list which we already discussed. If you create a purchasing info record for the material and the plant combination, it will automatically create a source list master data. Means if I maintain the info record for this material and a plant and for this vendor, if I select auto sourcing checkbox over here, it will automatically create a source list for this particular material and the vendor combination. It will automatically create a source list if you activate this. Then you have the net price over here. Means if I buy a material 9088 from the vendor USSU and for the plant 1710 and for the purchase organization 1710, and if it is a standard procurement, what is the price I am going to pay to this particular vendor? Let us say 100 USD. So the price over here is USD. I can make a payment in USD. Okay, so now I will go back. So this particular price is valid till what date? It is valid till 31/12/999, means forever. Okay, so there is no cash discount is being given by the vendor. Conditions group, you just select any one of the conditions group. What is condition we will see when we are discussing the price determination process. Okay, so then conversion factor. Okay, if you are doing a alternative unit of measurement, okay, so then if I select a alternative unit of measurement as kg, then what is 1 kg is equal to how many each? So such type of conversions you need to maintain it over here. Okay, then you have price date category. We already discussed this thing. What is the basic date? Whether you are going to take the purchase order creation date or the delivery date on which you material received it to your company as the basis to calculate the prices. Incoterms, what is the version of the Incoterms? So the latest version is 2010, and the Incoterm that is relevant for this particular procurement again this vendor is, let us say, delivered duty paid or free on board, etc. So I will select delivered duty paid or free on board. We already discussed what is Incoterms. So Incoterms will be used in case of the transactions that you are doing, in case of the procurement as well as the sales. Based upon this Incoterms only, there are so many conditions that are defined within the procurement activity. So I will now go back. So here you are trying to create a condition record. This condition record is going to create against what quotation? Let us say I am going to create this condition record against quotation 1, 2, 3, 4, and the quotation that I have received on 30/04/2022 is the basis to create a condition record. Then here, if you want to maintain some information, any information regarding this info record, you can maintain. Okay, so this is the info record memo text, and this is the purchase order text. Some information you can maintain it over here. It is not that much mandatory. Now I will go to the conditions data. In the conditions, I can see for a particular condition type PB00, why I am maintaining the condition type PB00, we will see in case of the price determination process. But for now, you try to see the price that I maintain in this particular condition is against a condition type PB00. I maintained a 100 USD, and this particular price is valid from this date to this date. So I just say, okay, so the info record 580014 is now created. Info record will be normally used to maintain the prices. We already discussed what is the use of the info record. The use of the info record is it will be used to maintain the prices in the database for a particular material, vendor, plant, purchase organization, and procurement type combination. So what is the info record which we have created? 580014 is the info record number. 580014. So then I want to create a subcontracting info record for the same. Let us say I will select subcontracting over here. I can click on enter. So the general data is same, whether it is a subcontracting or whether it is a standard. But only the purchasing organization data and the conditions data varies. So this info record I am trying to create for the info record number will be same. It will not generate altogether a new info record. The info record number will be same. But here the procurement type varies. Now it is subcontract. Okay, so I will maintain the mandatory things only, not maintaining all the things. So for the subcontracting, I can put 150 USD and I can save it. And for the consignment also I will maintain. You can create on same vendor also, no problem. This is only testing we are doing, right? One vendor can be a consignment vendor, subcontracting vendor, or standard vendor. Anything he can. Where at the vendor master data level, no option to select whether he is a standard vendor, subcontracting, or consignment vendor. One vendor can do anything. You can do a subcontracting vendor, you can call him as a consignment, you can call him as a standard. Okay, so like this I need to maintain the info record for the consignment, and I want to maintain a pipeline info record. If I want to maintain a pipeline info record, I need to create a material that is a pipeline material, right? I cannot maintain pipeline info record for the 9088. See, if I enter, I created 9088 as a raw material, and I am trying to create a info record for the pipeline procurement. It is not allowing me, right? It is saying material 9088 is not a pipeline material. So I need to create a pipeline material, then use it over here. So what is the material type for the pipeline material? So the material type for the pipeline material is pipe itself. I will go to the MM01. So the material type for the pipeline material is pipe only. What are the examples of the pipeline material? Can anyone tell what is the material type?
Oxygen cylinder.
Water.
I think there is some issue with the number range. I will see. I will go to the SPRO. What are the examples of the pipeline material? Can anyone tell?
Electricity. Water.
Yeah.
Electricity. Water.
Yes, electricity, water, cooking gas, etc. So these materials will be using a medium to transfer from one location to another. Like electricity will be using the electric wire as a medium, right? And water will be used a pipe as a medium so that it will flow from one location to another location. Okay, so I need to create a pipeline material. We will see there is some issue with the material master number ranges. I will go to the basic settings. I will go to the material types and I will see the existing number ranges for the material type pipe. So I will go to the pipeline. I will input pipe. So pipeline material is having a number range. I think it is already exhausted, I think. Okay. So what we will do, we will try to assign altogether a new number range, which is not exhausted. So I will take 09. I will try to assign 09, which has a lot of numbers still. It starts with 1111. So now 29999 like that, right? So I have so many numbers that are available still under this particular 09. So I will assign 09 to the material type pipe. So I will go to the change groups. I will try to find it out the pipe. I will select the pipe and I will go to the assign elements or groups. I will try to assign 09, right? So I will save it. Now I will see whether pipeline material is having the relevant. Okay, so now I think now it is fine. Okay, so I have changed the number range series. Now I will try to create a pipeline material. I will try to create a pipeline material. I will go to MM01 and I will try to click on enter. Yeah. So the pipeline material is, I think I will go to MM01. I will go to the organizational views. I will select all. I will go to the organizational levels. Plant is 170 and electricity is the pipeline material. So I am trying to create electricity. And then each go to the I will select evaluation class. So many evaluation class. So I just created 519, right? So the pipeline material is I will use 111119 is the pipeline material. So I will now select and I can create the pipeline info record over here as well, like this. Okay, so the pipeline info record 58 all zeros 15 is now created for the pipeline material. So this way you can create the info records. If you want to change the info record, you can change by using the ME follow transaction code. I will go to ME12 and I will be able to change the info record. Let us say I want to add something over here, I can add it. So this is nothing but a change. Okay, now I want to display the info record. How I will display? I will go to the MA13 transaction code to display the info record. It is only the display purpose. Okay, so now I will go. Are you able to see this thing properly or not?
Online you can see it. Yeah.
Hmm?
Online you can see it. Online. Yeah.
I think now. Okay. Okay, now if you want to make changes, you want to see the list of change log, right? So you can see the list of change logs for a particular info record. Let us say I wanted to see the changes which I did it for info record. That is 58500014. So 580014 is that. So 580014 is the info record. For this info record, I wanted to see the change log. What is the old changes and what are the new changes? If I wanted to see, I can see it over here. Right. Okay. So I will just double click on general data. I think old value and new value. So here you will be able to see what is the old value and what is the new value. It is nothing but a change log of the info record which I tried to create. So now I will go back. I wanted to delete a info record. I will use ME15 transaction code. I will just double click on it over here. Let us say I want to delete a info record. So what I will do, I will enter. I can delete the info record completely at the info record level. Means if I select complete info record deletion checkbox, that means the info record will be deleted at the purchasing organization level as well as the conditions level as well as general data level. I can delete a info record at the purchasing organization data level. Also, I can delete at the completely. There are two options. You can delete a info record at the purchasing organization level, or you can delete completely. So both the options are available.
If you want to after the deletion, if you want to again we need to change it.
Yes.
Again we can remove it.
See, I am trying to remove it. I can remove it. Okay, then info record mass maintenance. I will just go to the mass maintenance of the info record. I wanted to change some general information of the info record. Let us say I will select general data. I will go to the execution button. What is the info record? I just want to make some changes. That is 580014. So I will go to the 580014 and I will go to the execution button. So I wanted to select for the fields. I wanted to make some changes. Let us say I want to make changes to the first reminder day, second reminder and third reminder. So I will pull these things to the left side for the fields which I wanted to make the changes. Then I will go to the click on OK button. So the first reminder, second reminder and third reminder are now blank. I want to make it to 30, 40 and 50. So I can select the mass change option. So I just save it. Means the info record has the reminder number days as blank. So now I try to make 30, 40, 50. So I will go to the ME13 and I will be able to see the, I think what is the info record for which we made some changes. That is I think the other one, right? Standard one. What is the material which we have used? The material which we were able to use it is the, I think that is 14, right? So the info record is 5800.
9088.
So I will try to display that. say 30, 40, 50. So like that you can select. I just simply try to do it for one info record. You can do it for thousands of info records in one go. Okay, so then what are the reports that are available for the info records? The report that are available for the info records are, there are various reports, right? So let me go to the reports. So info record by a vendor. If I give the vendor number over here, I will be able to see the list of info record that are created for this vendor. These are all the info record that are created for this vendor. Then info records for material. Okay, so I created one material. For that particular material, what are the info record that I have created? So these are the info record which I have created for the material 90888 9088. Okay, so for 591 519, I can see the info record which I just created, right? This is the material, correct material. So I just created one pipeline info record, right? I think material is wrong.
It's get deleted, sir.
591, right? 519, correct only, right? But why we are not able to see the info record?
Sir, it's get deleted. It's get deleted during deletion time.
We created one info record, right? Pipeline info record. Okay, so the info record number is 580015. What happened? Okay, so I wanted to see the list of info records. I will be able to see by material wise as well. Is that here? So we can see the list of info records by material number wise as well. By material group wise also we can see the list of info records. These are the reports, right? So based upon some parameters you can have the info records, right? Archived info records means you created thousands of info records from the last 10 years or 20 years. You want to move those info records. If you are keeping the old info records in the SAP database, what will happen? The SAP database will become very slow. Why? Because you are keeping unnecessary data in the database. You are running the SAP system from long 20 years. So every day you are creating thousands of info records. If you are keeping the unnecessary volume of data, what will happen? Your system will get very slow. So what you will do? Whatever maybe the old info records are there, so those info records you are going to move it from the active database to one of the inactive database known as a archiving functionality. So you can archive the info records. If you wanted to see the list of info records which are archived, so you will be able to see in this particular report. Okay, but I don't think so that some of this report will have some details. Why? Because we haven't done any archiving, right? So it will not show you anything over here. Okay, so these are some of the inputs related to the info records. And what are the tables that are available in the info records? So the table that are available in the info records are EINA. EINA is the info record general data table. And EINA is purchasing organization data table. Then ENT 5035 is a general plus purchasing org data table. General plus purchase org data table. right? So I will go to the EINA, I will go to EINA, I will go to SC16N, and I will input EINA table over here, and this is the purchasing info record general data table. So I will just click on execute button. I will see the info record that I have created for this material 519. See, this is the info record which I created, so I will be able to see the general information of the info record. General information is nothing but the what are the reminder days, all those things. Then ENT 5035 is the EINE is the purchasing organization data table. So for the if I click on 1710 as a plant, I will be able to see the list of purchasing info records that are being created for the plant 1710. So these are all the info records that we have created, and it is the purchasing organization data. In the purchasing organization data, you will be able to find the purchasing organization data related details over here. So ENT 5035 is a general plus purchasing organization data table. So let us say for this material, what is the general and the purchasing organization data, I will be able to see it over here. So this is the combination of the general plus purchasing org data. So then with this we were able to complete the info record. Then what is the next master data? So the next master data is the condition records. So condition records also will be used to maintain the prices only. Info record is used to maintain the prices. Condition record also will be used for the same purpose, to maintain the prices. But what is the difference between the condition record and the info record? The difference between the condition record and the info record is, in case of info record, you have only one option to maintain the price for the parameters. What are the parameters that we used in the info record? For the info record, the parameters are vendor, material, plant, purchase org, and info category, right? Info, if you want to maintain the price by using info record, these are the mandatory parameters. But in case of the condition record, you have multiple options to maintain the price for the parameters. Sometimes I can maintain the price for vendor material combination. Sometimes I can maintain vendor material plant combination. Sometimes I can maintain vendor material purchase organization and plant combination. Sometimes I can maintain for company code combination. Sometimes I can maintain only specific to a material. If I buy this material from any vendor, what is the price? So that is the difference. So in case of the condition records, you have multiple options to select the parameters based upon which you want to maintain the price, which is nothing but a condition records. So what are the transaction codes that I will be using to create a condition records or maintain the condition records? So I will go to the SAP system. So I will go to the logistics and I will go to the materials management, then purchasing, then master data. You see there is something known as conditions, right? So go to the conditions, other,
and MEK1 is the create condition records. MEK2 is change, MEK3 is the display, and MEK4 is the create with reference to the existing in condition record. So these are the three transaction codes which we are going to use it for the condition record maintenance. I want to create a condition record. I will go to the MEK1 transaction code and the condition type. So the condition type I am going to select it over here is PB00. Why we are selecting PB00? I will let you know, not now. Okay. So I will be taking PB00 over here and I will go to the key combination. One combination of the price maintenance is a material dependent. Means if I select a combination of empty prices, I have the option to maintain the price only for the parameter material, nothing else. So what is the material I created? I created one material, right? So I can take that particular material. What is the other material which we created? 9088. I think we created 9088, right? So I will select 9088 and for this particular 9088, what is the price? 200 INR. See, I am maintaining the price only for the parameter material. That's it. If I buy a material from any one of the vendor, the price will be 200 rupees. And this particular price is valid from this date to this date. Again, I can maintain the PB00 conditions for the outline agreement or the contract. If I have a material and the material number, so before this we need to create a contract. Okay, let me create the contract. We haven't discussed regarding the contract creation, but let me try to quickly create a contract. So I will go to ME31K and the contract type is WK or MK. I will select. Why it is taking this much of time? Okay, so it's not working. Let me see over here if I am able to do it. Okay, so the vendor is, what is the vendor I selected? I will go to ME13. Let us say this is the vendor, right? So I am trying to create a contract against this particular vendor, and the contract type is MK, and the plant is 1710, and the purchase organization is 0001, and the plant is 1710, and the storage location is, let us say something. So I will just click on enter button. So I will quickly create a contract. We will discuss how to create a contract. But for now, I am trying to create a contract for the material 9088 and for the quantity of 1000 numbers. So I just save it. Means I created a contract and the contract item is 10, right? Contract item is 10. So I just save it. I created a contract that is 4680, sir. 466080 and the contract item is 10. So I will go to the condition records maintenance. I will select outline agreement. Outline agreement is nothing but a contract. And I will go to the selection. So here, what is the contract? Purchasing document is nothing but a contract. What is the contract number? That is 466080. and the contract item is 10. What is the plant that I have used in the contract? 1710. So I am going to maintain the price for a particular contract and the contract line item and the plant 1710. So the amount is, let us say, 500 INR I can put. So I just saved it. So I maintained the prices for a particular contract item and the plant combination. Again, I will go to the key combination. I can maintain the price only for the contract and the contract item. There is no plant over here. Earlier I maintained for the contract item and plant. Here I can maintain for the contract and contract item only. There is no plant over here. Okay. Okay, so like this, I can maintain. Okay, so today its time is up. So tomorrow we will try to maintain for the other combinations as well, which is nothing but condition records you are going to maintain for the multiple parameters. But info record you have fixed parameter, that's it. You don't have option to maintain the prices for the fixed parameters in case of the info record. So that is the meaning. So tomorrow we will try to do first half, we will try to create the other condition records. Then once with the completion of the condition records, our entire master data is completed. Then we will try to execute the transactional data. So any doubts on today's class? Hello? Any doubts on today's session?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay, so then we can meet tomorrow. I will let you know. I will message it to you if we are meeting tomorrow at 6 or 6:30. But Monday onwards, we will continue at 6. Okay, if tomorrow, if we are meeting at 6, I will message you. Otherwise, we can meet at 6:30 only. Okay.
Sir, 6 to 7:30 class is for 6 to 7:30 or 6 to 7, sir?
No, 6 to 7.
Okay.
Okay, then bye.